All right, we're back with Eisner Award Reactions Part 2. Let's go over some of my picks for Top Creative Team Awards. For Best Cover Artist, we've got Juni Ba, Nick Dragotta, Francisco Francavilla, Matthias Manhini, Javier Rodriguez, and Hayden Sherman. Insane lineup. Like, holy crap. I don't know where to start here, but I'm going to go completely random. And Javier Rodriguez, every cover to Absolute Martian Manhunter is absolutely wild. I would pick it up just for the cover themselves, but it just also happens to be an awesome series as well. No offense to any of these other insanely talented artists, but I had to pick one, and Javier Rodriguez, it's going to you. Best Lettering. We've got Janice Chang, Clayton Cowles, Hassan Otsman El-How, Nate Picos, and Ben Wicki. Before I go into who I think should win this, I need to first get on a soapbox and say, letterers do not get enough love. Look at all of the titles under each of these individual creative minds' work. Letterers are the unsung hero of comics. You don't know that they're doing their job, and that's what makes an amazing letterer. I think it is a travesty when publishers don't include letterers on their solicitations or even their covers, frankly. Letterers, you are doing amazing work. Thank you so much. But to this category, I'm going with Hassan Otsman El-How. I feel like every comic book I pick up, if it is awesome lettering, it is done by Hassan. Just amazing work, issue after issue. If I were ever writing a comic book, he would be my number one choice for who I would want. I know that is never going to happen, but incredible work. But awesome work from all of these other letterers. Just, I'd pick one again. All right, it's time for Soapbox again. But can we give colorists love too? They're not always included in solicitations or on covers, but they do amazing work. There's nothing wrong with a black and white comic, but you would be lying if you said you didn't pick up a comic book and sometimes thought, holy crap, these colors are amazing. Let's give them credit. The nominees are Jordi Belair, Nanukupenda Gaillard, I'm sorry for butchering your name, Jesse Lonergan, Mateus Lopes, I'm sorry if it's also Mateus Lopez, Javier Rodriguez, and Jose Villarrubia. Ah, boy. All right. Jordi, you do insane work. I love you. I have to go Javier Rodriguez again. I'm sorry. Javier Rodriguez and the colors in Absolute Martian Manhunter. Oh my God. Great story. I would literally just buy the comic book for the art. The colors pop off the pages. I love how bright and exciting they are for a story that is not super bright and exciting. It's just, oh, so good. I hope you win. For Best Penciler or Inker, we have Elsa Charretier, Sean Phillips, Javier Rodriguez, Chris Samney, Hayden Sherman, and Eric Sawatsky. Very tough category. I'm not going Javier Rodriguez, even though I think his work is insane. Here I'm going Eric Sawatsky. Assorted Crisis Events has some of the most unique panel layouts that I have seen. The work that Sawatsky does in terms of how a page is put together, nothing is normal. I mean, there are some pages that have your kind of standard box panels, but more often than not, you are getting multiple pages of just insane, never before seen layouts. Not to say that some of these other pencilers or inkers don't do the same thing. Hayden Sherman, they do insane work on Absolute Wonder Woman. I absolutely love those page layouts too, but Assorted Crisis Events, just the visuals blow my mind. So, congratulations. For Best Writer Artists, this category recognizes the creative minds who pull both the writing credits and the artist credits, which I wish I was even halfway as talented as these folks. But the categories this year, or the nominees this year, are Juni Ba, Jamal Campbell, Jesse Lonergan, Cheng Sheng, Lene Starte, and Kazumi Yamashita. Junie Ba, this one's going to you this year. Monkey Meat Summer Batch was such a insanely fun, insanely thoughtful and philosophical series. I hope we get another volume of it because it would immediately be on my pull list. But Boy Wonder was also cool. Like, just amazing work. I love you. I would follow you in any series that you work on, but this category is also stacked, so these picks are just getting harder and harder. From a creative standpoint, this is the marquee matchup. We have our best writer category literally stacked. Like, oh my god, what an insane list of creative talents that we have here. Dennis Camp, Scott Snyder, Mariko Tamaki, Kelly Thompson, James Tynion, and Stephanie Williams. Truly, you cannot go wrong with any of these, but I have to back up my girl Stephanie Williams. What a year that she's had and that she's continuing to have in 2026. I am so excited for her. Literally, she is the reason why I now am starting to make videos and reels, because I once met her at a con and she said, "Your voice needs to be heard," which is not swaying my opinion, but it is part of my love for Stephanie Williams. That is not to say that all of her books from 2025 were complete knockouts. What a breakout year. Roots of Madness, Temporal, Street Sharks. I mean, come on. Sometimes you want to read comics to just escape and have fun. Sometimes you want to read comics to feel something. Sometimes you want to read comics for, the actual story. No matter what book you pick up from Stephanie, she is checking all of those boxes, and I am just so excited to see that she's being recognized, and I hope she takes this prize. I do not envy people who actually have to vote on these awards. Please take my picks with a grain of salt. It is purely my personal preferences at this point. I have not read every single nominee, so I have no full basis for judgment or choice selection, but stay tuned for part 3 where we'll go into my picks for some of the top series of this year's nominees.